Welcome. The first series of lessons that I put up were step-by-step on how to do a BPO. Now we're going to start combining them so you get a better, broader picture of what's going on here. So this is a report I'm doing right now. It's already pre-filled, and I'll scroll through it real quick just so you can see what I pre-filled here. Inspection date, I did all the tax information, and how I do this is as soon as I get to this section, I am looking up to see if the property's been previously listed or is currently listed. So that's what I'll do right now on the MLS right in front of you. All right, and it's the first one that comes up, 2572 Eldon Avenue, Apartment P. So I know it's actively listed right now. It's in backup status, and the full listing's right here. So I do this for two reasons. First is because when the property is listed, we have to come in below the asking price. And the second reason is because it's easy access to the tax records. So I can click here and I can get right to the tax records. Okay. Again, we're working side by side with two screens. So this is going to help us out. This is on my one monitor, but I have two windows open side by side. Okay, so I gathered this information from the tax records here, and you're going to get very familiar with your MLS and the tax records. Every area that we're going to service and give a lesson to, we're going to provide an MLS lesson for your area. So I'll actually take 10-20 minutes, play with your MLS, and tell you exactly the quickest way to use it to do BPOs. Okay? Pre-fill's been done here. There's some specifics that I'm leaving blank. This is in Costa Mesa, near Newport Beach, near Huntington Beach. It borders Irvine. This is a good area. It's not an excellent area, and it's not an average area. So this is a very good area. I'm going to put good. Okay. I've already pre-filled this portion, and as you saw on the listing here, there was a range. The price ranges from $550 to $599. This is fairly common in California. If you have an MLS that allows you to put a price range in there, know that when you actually have to put a price in here, whether it be for a comp or for the subject, the correct price is the top end price, the top end value, or in this case $599. All right, and it shows on the MLS also that it's $599 as a list price. So you shouldn't be putting $550 because that is not the correct list price. Okay, we'll continue here. So all this information is filled in. It's not to completion, but what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll complete the items that need filling in as we go. So this is the first stage of completion, basically. And the positive notes I put here is that the subject is in a gated community and good location. I didn't really see much negative. Also, if the property is listed, we have to put an MLS number in here. So if it's listed, these should be checked. The agent's name, agent's phone number, days on the market should be taken care of. And if it's listed, we need to really verify if it's vacant, if it's secured. These two are very important. And where do you gather this information from? You gather it right from the listing. So I'll scan my listing, and most of this information will be on the bottom of all MLSs. So I'll go here, and it says the occupant is the owner. So I know it's not vacant. And just being on the MLS and having an owner live in the property or a tenant, I know it's secured. All right, and we'll keep scanning down here. So I've already copied and pasted Costa Mesa and the zip code and the state of California into all my comps. I don't know the financing types, the sales types, and the owner's types yet. I don't know the distances, and I don't know the information. But everything else has been pre-filled because I'm looking for things that are very good comps. I don't want a comp in a average or excellent location. It's just really more confusing of a report. The best thing to do is try to keep all your comps in the same type of location, and to try to keep all your conditions the same. So that's why I've already pre-filled all this information now. And we've gone over this in a previous lesson, but after you do all these pre-fills and upload your subject pictures here, you go back and you enter your subject's information. So I'm going to take this listing here, and I'm going to compare it to the tax record. So the square footage says 1638. I've got a previous listing also that says 1638 for the same unit. All right, a third listing. So it all matches up, and I'm going to compare that to the tax records real quick. And the tax records don't have any square feet, so I'm going to have to go off of what the listing says. The reason I always check with the tax records is because that's what our BPO company does. They have a data source where they can go check every single tax record in the United States. And if it has a gross living area or square feet in the tax records, they're going to know what it is. So you need to make sure that you're matching those up. If you ever have a time where the square feet in the tax records and in the listing differ, please call us. Do not just use one and go for it. Please call us. We'll explain the proper way to do that. Okay, this is a basic lesson. More advanced questions, we'd rather walk you through it. That's the best way for you guys to learn this. Okay, so let me go ahead and enter all the information in for the subject. That's the next step I would do. Lot size is 0. This is a condo, so we're not going to include the lot size here. Year and age, it's 20 years. Total number of rooms. This is an estimate. You're not actually walking in and taking pictures of the unit, so do your best guess. So it has 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths, so I'm going to say that this has 7 bedrooms. Or I'm sorry, 7 total rooms rather. And all 3 listings I have show that this unit is 1,638 square feet. And for some reason it populated finished basement. I'm going to go ahead and change all that to none. And I do both sections so that I don't forget. Okay, just like we put 0 for square feet because it's a condo. Okay. And garages. So there's a 2-car attached garage. Okay, and as you can see, any section that doesn't have a figure in here, I have to go ahead and put 0 as a value. There has to be some kind of value in there. Okay, so this is the pre-fills have been done. All right, this ends this lesson. What I'm going to do is pick up and do a comp selection right after this. Thanks. See you guys soon.